Hello there, welcome back to my YouTube page. I'm in the shed. It's Darren here. I'm down at the plot, Sunday the 25th of May, getting me tomatoes in. The ones I'm getting in are kindly given by one of the other plotters, Derek. So I've got about them ones in the background there, money maker. I didn't put a label on because I knew what they were. There's about 8 of them. I need to get them in because they were in same size sort of pots, but I need to really get them in because I don't want them to struggle. I've got other ones here which I need to get in as well, see which ones are the biggest, plus the ones that are flowering. That's indication that they need to go in because I'm going to end up restricting them on the pint sized pots. Mine, which I grew, which is them and them, are so. They're getting there eventually, but we'll give them a couple more weeks probably before I get them in. Not to worry. But anyway, I keep getting asked every year, how do you do them? Bearing in mind, right, so when I first got this plot 9 years ago, this is obviously open ground, put the polytunnel up, and bit by bit I started like digging, and then obviously I went down the no dig route, but the American style, which is like a woodland sort of style where the wood, the leaves fall on the ground, so it's covered in wood chip, as you can see, the whole thing. And then I get asked the question, how do I grow in that when, you know, it's basically wood chip? So I bought these collars, tomato collars, years and years ago. I used to just put them in the ground, but then it was the thing of trying to like water them properly. I found like the water was just running away all the time, and I didn't feel like I'd actually watered the plants properly. But obviously it's fantastic for the canes to go in, or you want to, I've got lines there I could tie up and put string, you know, people put them in with a string underneath, but I like these because I'm a bit of a fanny. I like things, you know, organised, so it's, you know, it's very formal, very straight lines, etc. I know it's a funny way to do it and all that, but it makes it easier and tidier. And at the minute I've got my cucumbers at the back there, so I've left this sort of space empty so I can get in there and collect the cucumbers. Anyway, so obviously you can see the size, so I would say that's what, 8 inches I think across, might be 6, might be 5, I don't know, I haven't measured anyway. So it's a standard anyway. So as you can see, I've dug a hole, well I'll put that back there. So I try and dig a hole about similar size if not bigger. I haven't at this time. And then I've dug down, collected the soil, which is next year's compost, which is a mixture of the soil that was there and wood chip, rotted down and stuff like that. You can see it's lovely and brown. And then I backfill this with my coop poop, which I've sieved. Lovely stuff, as you can see, nice and moist, holds its structure, touch, and it falls apart. That gets backfilled there. This, knock that off there, this gets put on top, so it's got a canny depth, about probably, I'd say about 4 inches deep, 5 inches if not more. I didn't measure it before you ask, right? And then what happens is that what I'll do, I'll take these 2 bottom leaves off. I'll do it now. I do love the smell of tomatoes, the leaves and all that. It's one of them distinctive smells, isn't it? Goes in there, as you can see. So it's obviously that top is deeper than this. So it goes about, so how deep that is there. But once I get out of the pot, I'll push it down so it's even deeper. So then more roots can form on the side of here, which makes it a sturdier plant. And once I've got that in there, I'll backfill with the coop poop, saved soil compost, whatever you want to call it, in there. Obviously I don't have to label these ones up, eat them, because I know the money maker. You know, they're not the best flavour sort of tomatoes, but I've grew them for years. And the fact that I was kindly given by Derek on the other plot, I'm not going to say no, you know what I mean, free plants, isn't it? So good for salads and stuff like that. So like I says, out of there, pushed down a little bit more, backfilled, and that's it. And obviously I've got where the canes go, or like I say, I've got lines and all that there, so I could just come off there, put a string across there and just support it that way. I don't know. I do the canes, but it is a bit of a chore, fanny on, trying to tie up all the stems that come off, because obviously you've got the centre one. I like to do 4 that comes off, but I won't this year for these ones. I'm trying not to do that. Like I says, it is a bit of a chore having to tie them up constantly all the time, because if you don't, they just flop over and snap. But yeah, that was just a quick video to show you what I do with the tomatoes. I don't feed them. You know, people say weekly feed, daily feed, whatever, water them, etc. But I find because I've dug this hole, like I say, it's 4 or 5 inches deep, with this in dry, it's moist, and obviously I'm watering there with the holes, that goes in there, so it's encouraging the plant to go down to search for that moisture. So I can leave these for a good week and they will be all right. I don't need to worry about that. But yeah, that's all I do. Like I says, you don't treat them getting keen, but they're looked after. They're in a nice little home here. And I find, obviously, for years and years, just shoving them in the ground, or some people actually put them in the 30-litre pots or the grow bags. I find this is an easier system for me to do. Don't ask us where I got these from. I just went on Amazon and put in tomato collars. You can get the round ones, but I like these ones because, like I said, if the plant didn't get so big, you can put them side by side to save on space. But yeah, that's it. Get them in a day, 8 of them, and like I say, go through the rest of them to see which ones are getting rather large. So we'll get them sorted. A few more things. Fantastic, yeah. And like I say, it makes it easier, the fact that this is covered in wood chip. Yeah, I do get the odd weed come through, and at the minute with the raspberry, you all know raspberries, it's a bit like a mint. They just then shoot out all over, so I'm busy keep pulling them up. It ain't a ball ache, anything like that, you know what I mean? I just pull them, get rid of them. Oops, pardon me. Anyway, it's bye from me. It's bye from me plot. Happy sowing, happy growing. Well, happy sowing. It's getting later on the season now to start sowing, isn't it, really? But anyway, there's always something to sow. See you later. Have a great day, whatever you're doing. Bye bye.